How to improve your scapular strength. This is very vital for your shoulders health and stability, as well as improving your foundations when it comes to getting your first pull-up, building the correct form of your push-up, and also progressing towards more advanced skills such as the planche and front lever later on down the line. The first exercise that we're going to work on is the scapular pull-up. So this is going to be great for developing the strength for the initial phase of the pull-up. And to do this, we are going to grip onto the bar at shoulders width apart with our thumbs wrapped under and around the bar. Have our arms fully locked out. We're going to keep our feet together, our knees together, and our core tight. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pull my shoulder blades down and back. Imagine there's an apple in between your back. You're going to crush that by pulling your shoulder blades down. And the key is to have your arms fully locked out, just so that we are not cheating by recruiting our biceps. Because when we bend our arms, a little bit of the help is going to come from the biceps. So we want to isolate this movement fully by working purely isolating on the lats, just keeping arms locked out and drive from the shoulder blades. We're going to do this for 10 reps for 3 sets. Moving on to the second exercise is the scapular push-up. This is one of the underrated exercises, and if you're someone who cannot yet do a push-up or you feel like you have weak push-up stability and form, scapular push-ups should be your best friend. So we're going to get into the ground in a push-up position with our shoulders stacked directly on top of our wrists, hands about shoulders width apart, feet together, knees together, core tight, pull our belly button back towards the spine so that way our lower back is flat. And then what we're going to do is, with our arms fully locked out, we're just going to sink our chest down by pulling your shoulder blades back to create a scapular retraction. So this is when we're pulling our shoulder blades back, and then we are going to protract by pulling our shoulder blades away from each other to create this rounded hollow back. When we get to the top position, think about sucking our chest in just so that you can curve your spine. So that way you're able to stay in this protraction for a prolonged period of time. And when we do this, it's gonna really build up the strength and stability around your shoulders, shoulder blades, and also develop your serratus anterior, which is the muscle here. It's responsible for kind of pulling your shoulder blades away from each other too. So we're gonna do this for 10 to 12 reps for 3 sets, and make sure that as we push up, hold that top position, squeeze in your core, and make sure your lower back is not arched too. There's always should be a constant tension in your glutes and in your core. So think about pushing your hips down, belly button tucked up towards the spine, protract. And to take this to the next level, we could even do single arm scapular push-ups to work on your unilateral strength. What unilateral training is when you're going to be working on one side at a single time. Because face it, when we train, normally one side is going to do more work than the other, perhaps 60 to 40% split. So your dominant side is usually going to exert more force. So by correcting the imbalances, we're going to do unilateral training. So the stance is going to be a little bit different. We're going to spread our legs wide, but we're going to start in a push-up position. When spreading our legs wide, our center of balance is going to be distributed, making it a little bit more easier to hold this position. Because if you were to do it with your feet closed, then it's going to be quite hard because you're going to need more core strength. So same principle applies, wide stance. We're going to start off by pushing our shoulders away from the ground to create this protraction. So pull your shoulder blades away from each other. And then we're going to sink back down, but we're going to keep our arms locked out just so that we can isolate your shoulder blades. Same tempo, so go up, hold for 1 to 2 seconds, feel your shoulder blade, feel your lats working. And also don't let your shoulders come up. We want to depress your shoulders, so keep them down. And as we perform, it's just going to be like this. Like this. Keeping the shoulders down, not like that. Because when you raise up, you're going to target more of your trapezius, and we don't want that. So do this for 8 to 10 reps for 3 sets and work on both sides in a single set. Make sure to keep your core tight, your glutes tight, your lower back should not be arched. So that was working. Moving on to the fourth and final exercise, we're going to be working on the unilateral training too, but this is going to be focused on scapular retraction, so pulling your shoulder blades back. We're going to take this onto the low bar. So if you're training at the gym, you can use either a squat rack or a Smith machine to do this, where you have access to a straight bar. But since I'm at home, I'm going to be using a half of a dip bar. So we're going to get into the Australian pull-up position. So hands about shoulders width apart, thumbs wrapped underneath and around the bar, elbows fully locked out. We're gonna spread our legs wide a little bit just to create more firm balance of support. Glutes tight, so push your hips up. Your body is now gonna be in a straight line from your head all the way to your feet at an inclined slope. And then we're gonna pull our shoulder blades back one side and hold that for a second at the top. Squeeze your shoulder blades and then come back up. Again, arms locked out, do not bend this because we don't want to be using the bicep. We want to use only your shoulder blades. So come forward and then pull it back like that while keeping constant tension in your core. Your hips should not be folding with your upper body. Keep it straight. So constant tension in your glutes, constant tension in your core. Work on both sides in a single set, and we're going to do for 10 reps. What you could even do is you can do the first 2 exercises, so the scapular pull-ups, scapular push-ups, in a superset. So 10 reps each, 3 sets, and then you can then move on to the unilateral training and superset the single arm scapular pull-up and single arm Australian pull-up. Superset them again for 8 to 10 reps on each side for 3 sets, and that will be your scapular conditioning done. You could do this on a separate training day, or you can add this towards the end of your workout because it shouldn't take you no more than 15 to 20 minutes. So that is it for this video, a really short one. Hope this is informative enough for you. And if you do find value from it, please give us a thumbs up. This would mean a lot to me as it shows that I'm doing a good job and that you guys are finding value from this. Comment down below if you find it useful, and consider subscribing so that you can be notified for more videos like this one. And also, if you'd like to be a part of a calisthenics ecosystem, I have got a community in place on School for free where you can come in and meet other calisthenics enthusiasts. There are just over 300 of us right now, and we're always sharing ideas, workouts. I've got dedicated workouts for the muscle up, handstand, and also just general strength and conditioning. So you can join that for free. Links in my bio. Go check it out.